This is Bobby and JJ Radio. If you're just joining us, we're speaking with LeRoy Cavazos, and he's talking everything San Antonio and his position in the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and how he's advocating for small businesses in the city, state, and national level. And I want to just move it over to Bobby so we can continue with Mr. LeRoy.
So, LeRoy, tell us why you think that big things are coming to San Antonio, to the city.
Well, big things are coming to San Antonio. People sometimes laugh and people say, well, San Antonio is a city on the rise. San Antonio really is a city on the rise. And I'll tell you why. The annexation project that's going on towards the south side of town, once that annexation is approved by City Council, which it's probably going to be on the dais by early December or early 2016, once that annexation is completed, we're going to add an additional 100 to 135,000 people to the San Antonio population, making us and moving us up in the ranks from the 7th largest city in the United States, trumping Philadelphia and becoming the 6th largest city in the United States. But you know what? With that growth comes grave responsibility. And that's what elected officials out there and the business community and the education community and everybody who makes up the social fabric of our city needs to understand that, yes, it's good to grow, but with growth comes a lot of responsibility when it comes to technology, right, transportation, and the way that we do business in this city. So that is why big things are coming to San Antonio, just because of the virtue of our population growth. By 2020, we're expected to welcome an additional 650,000 residents into the city. And so where do you put these people? Where are they going to live? How are they going to travel? Where are their cars going to be parked? Where are their kids going to go to school? Where are they going to spend their money, their annual income, which the gross annual income for a San Antonio family lies around $45,000 to $48,000 a year. And then you still have people living under the poverty level, but then you have nuances in our society. Like, we just moved into paying our city council and our mayor to lead these efforts. Right. So there's a lot of moving dynamics and shifting parts in this growth strategy, but definitely it is one that is going to have grave impact on how San Antonio is viewed on the national map and what we are capable of doing and what we are capable of welcoming. So I think that those are two very important dynamics, what we're doing and who we're welcoming to do those innovative move forward type of items.
So what do you think is the most prevalent thing that is needed with this population growth in the next 5 years?
I think that it's going to be rooted in jobs. Manufacturing definitely is a big one. We saw manufacturing take over this city when Toyota of Texas came about 10 years ago. That's going to be definitely, the job growth is going to be one component. I think another component that is being looked at right now too is technology. Obviously, that's important to moving a city forward. The leverage that we have in companies moving here, but not only any company. You want innovative companies moving here. A lot of people choose to compare us to other cities like Houston and Austin, and well, Austin has this, and Austin's becoming the Silicon Valley of Texas. I think San Antonio is very capable of leveraging certain relationships on an international level to bringing innovation here, not only rooted in manufacturing and technology, but in other areas that maybe aren't seen in other cities across Texas. Definitely one of the biggest things that plays into San Antonio and that we need to do a good job of leveraging. We are 250 miles away from the U.S.-Mexico border. We are the largest metropolitan area that is connected to the U.S. border via 35 to Laredo, via 281 to McAllen. We are definitely the metropolis where we welcome Mexico. Sure. And we need to do a better job of welcoming that growth, that commerce, and that trade, because a lot of people choose to look away from Mexico because of their civil societal unrest. But there's great opportunity there for us to leverage business and commerce, and that is definitely one lane that I think that we will expand on, right, and that'll take us to the next level.
And how are your efforts in helping that?
So right now we have commitments from the city of San Antonio. We're taking our annual trade mission to San Antonio November 8th through the 10th. And our mayor will be meeting with the president of Mexico to discuss how Mexico can play a more vital role in trade and commerce between that country and our city. We have sister city agreements in multiple cities in San Antonio, Monterrey in particular, which is probably their largest metropolitan on that side of the border.
Right.
And then you also see what's going on with the Lone Star Rail project that plans to connect San Antonio to Laredo and then eventually Laredo to Monterrey. On the Mexico side, the permits have been signed. Everything is ready. We need to prepare on the U.S. side. That's a federal government issue that we need to expand on.
Awesome. So this is C. LeRoy Cavazos with the San Antonio Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. If you'd like to reach him or have any questions for him, or just to see what the chamber is up to, because it's, like he said, the best small business chamber in San Antonio, you can go to www.sahcc.org, and then that's SAHCC for San Antonio Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. We're going to take a quick break, talk to our show sponsors. We're going to be back with C. LeRoy. He's educating us on everything San Antonio growth. Don't move an inch.